Hi everyone, welcome back. In my previous video, I shared my experience of NEET MDS 2026 and how I felt the pattern has changed. Today, I want to share something much more useful. Before I tell you how to prepare, I want to tell you something much more important. That's your biggest competition isn't another student. It isn't coaching, it isn't syllabus, it's your own mind. When I started preparing, I thought the biggest challenge would be remembering 19 subjects, but it wasn't. The biggest challenge was fighting myself every single day. I used to overthink, I used to procrastinate. I constantly felt I was running out of time. Even when I had 6 months left, my brain behaved as if tomorrow was my exam. I wasn't studying peacefully, I was studying anxiously, and there is a huge difference. When your mind studies with fear, it becomes tired very quickly. You start reading the same pages 3 times, you feel guilty, then you procrastinate, then guilt increases, and suddenly you believe you're not capable. Looking back, I don't think my biggest enemy was the syllabus, it was my mindset. If you're watching this today, I want to tell you one thing: you already have enough time. Whether your exam is after 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year, your brain will always tell you, I am running out of time. Don't believe it. Instead, believe your timetable. Trust your system. Don't let fear decide today's work. If today was day 1 of my NEET MDS preparation and I had to start everything from scratch, this is exactly how I would do it. Not because this is the only strategy, but because this is the strategy I genuinely believe in after everything I have experienced. This video isn't about studying harder, it's about studying smart. I'm going to take you through my complete roadmap from your day 1 till the day before your exam. Before opening your subjects, before we open anatomy, physiology, or any subject, I want you to understand NEET MDS isn't won in one day. It isn't won by studying 16 hours. It isn't won by finishing one subject quickly. It is won by repeating the same things again and again and again. So don't think, how will I complete 19 subjects? Think, how can I become 1% better today? So day 1. So today is your first day. What should you do? The first thing I would do is give a grand test or a mock test. Okay, but many of students ask me, ma'am, I haven't studied anything. Exactly, give it anyway. Don't give it for marks, give it for awareness. The grand test will tell you which subjects you naturally remember, which subjects you have completely forgotten, and where your current level actually is. It becomes your starting point. Never compare that score with someone else. Compare it only with your future self. Then the next thing after giving the grand test is analysis of your grand test. After giving grand test, don't close the app. This is where real preparation starts. Do analysis of every mistake. Ask yourself, why did I get this wrong? Was it because I never studied it? I forget it? My concept wasn't clear? Or was it just a silly mistake? Every wrong answer tells you something. Don't waste that information. Then now you will naturally notice some subjects feel stronger, some feels impossible. Students ask me, should I start with my weak subjects or should I start with my strong subjects? Honestly, both approaches work. If your confidence is low, start with a strong subject. You will feel motivated, you'll enjoy studying, you'll get the momentum. But if you're mentally ready, start with the weakest subject, because that's where your biggest improvement will happen. During BDS, most of us studied only enough to pass the university exams. We understood the subjects only at the surface level. During the NEET preparation, you will finally understand subject deeply, and that's when even weak subject become enjoyable. Don't tell yourself, I'm bad at pharma. Tell yourself, I haven't understood pharma yet. there's a huge difference. One thing I absolutely loved during the preparation was the moment when subjects stopped feeling separate. Initially, anatomy used to feel like anatomy, physiology feels physiology, medicine feels completely different, surgery feels unrelated. But after repeated revision, something beautiful happens. You realize everything is connected. You first study normal anatomy, then physiology explains how the body functions, pathology explains what goes wrong, medicine explains the disease, pharma teaches you how to treat it. Suddenly you're no longer memorizing, you are understanding. That's the moment you stop feeling like a BDS student and start thinking like a doctor. And honestly, this become my favorite part of preparation. The very important thing I want to talk about is breaks. This is the probably my biggest regret. I believe that taking a break meant wasting of time. So I stayed inside my room every single day thinking if I go outside for 1 hour, I'm getting away from my dream rank. Looking back, I was completely wrong. Your brain isn't a machine. It cannot absorb information continuously. It needs recovery, it needs sunlight, it needs movement, it needs conversation, it needs laughter, you need love, you need life. Some of my best day session happened after taking a walk, after seeing a movie, after having tea with my parents, or sitting outside for like 20 minutes. Break don't reduces your productivity, they increases it. So do not isolate yourself for 1 year. You're preparing for an exam, not disappearing from life. So the next thing is, I also want to talk about fear. Fear is very strange. It doesn't stop you from studying, it stops you from using your full potential. You're sitting in front of your books, but your brain isn't studying, it's worrying. What if I fail? What if I don't get my dream college? What if everyone moves ahead? That mental conversation consumes so much of energy that by evening you feel exhausted even though you hardly studied. So please don't just prepare academically, prepare emotionally too. So let's enter into the preparation phase. So once you have chosen your subject, okay, don't rush. So your first revision has only one purpose, that's understanding. Listen your lectures carefully. Either you make your own notes, if you already have notes, so just highlight it on that. Then solve topic wise MCQs, then immediately solve previous questions from that topic. Do not memorize the answer, understand why that answer is correct. So here's a personal tip. This is something I personally did, and this had helped me a lot. That it is, after finishing every difficult topic, I explained it in my own language. I recorded a small audio, I recorded the concept in my own voice as if I was teaching my junior. Simple language, no textbook words. Months later, when revision became tiring, I didn't have to watch long hours again. I simply listened to myself. Sometimes your explanation is easy for your brain to understand than anyone else. Your brain understands your own language much faster. So we come to the second revision. Do not start from the zero again. Read your own notes, solve the MCQs, same MCQs again, listen to your own recordings, highlight the concepts you still forget. Your aim is not just to study, it is to remember better. So for the third revision, this is where everything changes. Start making short notes, tables, flowcharts, roadmaps. Your notes should become shorter after every revision. By the exam time, your entire preparation should fit into a very small amount of material. So here's the important thing. Organize everything from day one. Please do not keep your preparation messy. The syllabus is already huge. Your organization shouldn't make it harder. I created one NEET MDS folder. Inside it, 19 subject folders. Inside every subject, I had separate folders for like previous questions, or my grand test mistakes, and for image-based question, or frequently forgotten facts, clinical concept, or last-minute revision. When revision session comes, you'll thank yourself. So much more important thing I will talk about is grand test. One thing I regret not taking seriously earlier was grand test. Please do not wait until your syllabus finish. It never finishes. Give GTs from the beginning, even if your score is terrible. Mine was around 170. Slowly it improved. GTs are not there to judge your intelligence. They are there to expose your weakness, and that's exactly what you need. So next step is you analysis your GT properly. Don't just see your marks. That's the least important part. Instead, ask yourself, why did I get this question wrong? Was it a weak concept, a silly mistake, or a factual thing I forgot? Every wrong answer should create an action. If it's conceptual, strengthen the topic. If it's factual, add it to your revision folder. And if it's silly, understand your pattern. GTs don't improve you, GT analysis does. So during the preparation, don't analysis your potential. I repeat it again, do not analysis your potential, analysis your preparation. Every student can improve. Focus more on today's work than tomorrow's result. Think less and do more. One more thing I want you to remember is preparation is a slow process. Please do not panic, do not compare yourself. Eventually everything starts making sense. One day all those disconnected topics suddenly connect together. Keep showing up, keep showing up, keep revising. Trust the process, trust your timetable, trust your revision, trust your consistency. If you're watching till the end, I genuinely hope one thing stays with you. Please do not compare your beginning with someone else's middle. Preparation is never about being perfect from day one. It's about showing up again and again. Some days you will study a lot, some days you won't. That's okay. Just don't stop. Trust the process, keep revising, and be kind to yourself during this phase. In the next video, we'll go right back to the basic. We'll understand what NEET MDS actually is, the complete pattern, the complete exam pattern, the number of questions, the subjects, marking scheme, time division, part A and B, everything a beginner should know before starting preparation. I know many of us hesitate to, ask these basic questions because we assume everyone else already knows them, but trust me, understanding the exam properly is the first step towards preparing for it. So we'll cover all of it in the next video, and if there's any topic you would like me to cover in the series, leave in the comments below. I'll try my best to include it in my upcoming videos. Until then, one revision at a time, one day at a time. I'll see you the next one. Take care.